2K Sports. We've got the excitement of the NBA for you tonight. Alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. And we'll be checking in with Allie LaForest from the sideline moments from now. And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Flagg is out there with Johnson. Then there's Walker Kessler. Then it's White, and it's Van Vliet into the 1. And for Memphis, they've got Isaiah Hartenstein. Bridges out there with Bobby Portis. Then there's Stephen Curry. And it's Oubre in at the shooting guard. White, wide open. He fired. This season just getting going still. How quickly, Greg, can teams gel together and become one?
It really depends on the makeup of your team. How many new guys are on the roster? The style of play. Do the new additions have any previous chemistry with some of your players?
Down low, here's Hartenstein, and the dunk by Hartenstein.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
And that one is good.
Using the size, Flagg going to work around the rim.
Curry kicks to Oubre. Back to Curry. Takes a 3. Rebound by Johnson.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
For 3, Van Vliet. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. It's a 3-point game. Oubre passes to Curry. Bridges sets the screen for Curry. Great D that time from Van Vliet. For Memphis, they come in off the loss to the Wizards.
Total embarrassment. I was shocked at how poorly they played. I think they were shocked.
Yeah, and, you know, those losses really hurt when you can't get anything going your way, everything going against you. Very frustrating.
White against Oubre. Curry on the wing. Hartenstein with the screen for Curry. Again, Curry missing.
Well, with his solid midi game, you expect him to knock that one down.
White up top, covered by Oubre. Here's Flagg. The second effort. The putback. And Kessler throws it down.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And, GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
Well, you know, if you're not going to take care of the defensive glass, it's going to be hard to come away with the win.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Van Vliet. Kessler setting the pick for Flagg. At the tip, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You know, his positioning near the hoop, always to his advantage. Just a terrific job to tip that one back in.
Portis a screen on Van Vliet. Curry with another miss.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
So, GA, when you think about Steph Curry's legacy, he changed the way the NBA game is played.
Man, it is hard to find a player who's had the impact of a Steph Curry, making us rethink what is possible. Curry's endless range has really inspired a generation.
Here's White after Mikal Bridges' bucket. White goes in, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. An efficient score. Kobe White effective with or Greg without the ball in his hands.
And that's a rare quality. A guard who can break you down off the bounce, but also willing to give it up and then zip to an open spot. It just makes him so difficult to defend.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. And Greg, when you're dealing with this Timberwolves team, fairly deep with size up front.
That can wear you down over the course of a game, and especially in a playoff series, a real strength of this team.
And both free throws good for White. And this Grizzlies organization, Greg, not afraid to innovate.
Yeah, we see that with the offense they've implemented, different from just about any other team in the league. Rather than pick and roll, it's much more predicated on off-ball shifts and cutting.
Now, here's Bridges. He's coming off a 10-point game against Washington. He takes it in. Johnson, wide open, he fires. Drills the three-pointer.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Here's Portis, coming in off a 10-point performance last game out. Portis, a screen on Van Vliet. Shot clock at 6. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. 4-3, Oubre. And it's Flagg with the rebound. Flagg's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Shoots over Curry, and that one's good. Flagg. Flagg's got 7 points in the game.
And no one expects this to be a key area for Flagg, but he might consider folding it into his game now.
Now, here's Oubre. He's coming off a 19-point game against the Wizards in Washington. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Pass to Kessler. Now here's Van Vliet. Johnson outside. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Van Vliet passes to Kessler. And Kessler throws it down.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Now here's Curry. 20 points for him last game against Washington.
You know, when you throw in the assist, he had a monster night.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Here's Flagg. Following the basket by Stephen Curry. And the foul called on Cooper Flagg. That is his first foul of the game. Some changes for Memphis. Al Horford, he's checked in for Hartenstein. DeAndre Hunter comes in for Bobby Portis. And Anthony subbed in for Stephen Curry. The Timberwolves also with the sub. Iguodaro's checked in. Bridges outside. Oubre sets the screen for Bridges. And again, Memphis no good. And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They lead by 11. Van Vliet passes to White. Kicks it out to Johnson. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Johnson's got 6.
Yeah, they've built up this lead 3 points at a time.
And I like the strategy. It's a great strategy. Bury those threes early, and it'll open up the inside for them later on.
Now, here's Bridges. To the middle, here's Horford, and the dunk by Horford.
Well, you can't afford to give Horford that type of advantage inside. As soon as you do that, you're cooked.
Pass to Iguodaro. Van Vliet kicks to White. Over Bridges. Here's Iguodaro. And Mikal Bridges pulls it down. Hunter, the pass to Anthony. Bridges outside. Horford with the screen on Van Vliet. On the wing, Bridges. White covering. Bridges misses. Timberwolves leading by 12. Pass to Van Vliet. Here's Iguodaro. Still yet to score. And here's White. Kicks it out to Johnson. Lets the 3 fly. It's rebounded by Memphis. This is their first chance to take a look at the Timberwolves this season.
And they were able to take the season series in that matchup last year. But overall, two teams that were very similar in the standing.
Yeah, they were able to make the plays to come out on top, but it really could have gone either way. And you could say the same for tonight's game.
And they call an illegal screen here.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Walter, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Walker's checked in for Flag. Vanderbilt comes in for Jalen Johnson. Saraf, he's checked in for White. And Topic is subbed in for Fred VanVleet.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Iguodala, no good.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Oubre passes to Horford. Outside Anthony. Horford sets a screen for Anthony. Back to Horford. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Timberwolves leading by 10. Vanderbilt with it. Off the mark, and the drought continues.
Yeah, and you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Oubre. He can't hit that time. Walker with some nice D. To the paint. The shot's good from Vanderbilt. And the Timberwolves lead by 12.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Pass to Hunter. Comes up empty down low. Minnesota's gotten a lot of shots off from three-point land in the first quarter, but they're only 4 of 9. Here's Topic, covered by Anthony. Shot's good by Topic.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Anthony taking his time here. Good as the jump shot falls. Minnesota leading by 12. On the wing, Walker. Shoots over Oubre, and again it's Minnesota.
And even with the big lead, he remains focused on the task at hand.
Yeah, and you know, that is some shaky and shoddy defensive work. They got to tighten it up.
Now the Timberwolves with it. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
And guys, you just can't afford to give away points from the foul line. Not in the NBA. Teams are just too talented.
Yeah, and you know, to come up short at the line is frustrating because that's controllable and it's actually a free throw. So you feel like you leave loose change out there when you don't convert.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And here's Walker outside. Walker missing again. The Grizzlies trail by 12. Here's Anthony. That one dropped for his second bucket. Again, 2 for 4.
Kept moving and found an opening. Staying active, Anthony grinding for that bucket in tight.
Here's Topic. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. Puts up a deep 3. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. From beyond the arc, they've been absolutely tremendous. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Timberwolves.
You know, so far in this one, these guys have been knocking it down from distance. You've got to like their confidence as this game continues. They're on a nice roll.
And I also have to bring up their passing game. They've been moving the ball with great precision so far and creating great looks for their teammates.
So on the floor for Minnesota, they've got Richardson, Jarris Walker out there with Walker Kessler. Then it's Jalen Johnson. And it's Sarov in at the 2. Count it.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Anthony with the bucket. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Pass to Walker. Here's Johnson. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Knocked loose. It's stolen by Hartenstein. Now here's Anthony. He has 6. Now Bridges, covered by Johnson. Now here's Anthony. 6 on the shot clock. The 3. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Kessler's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
And now, Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. Jalen Johnson, great in the two-man game, and he talked about how he operates off the pocket pass. He said, quote, "It's simple. You got to read before the catch. Point 5, quick decisions. Just how quarterbacks have progressions with receivers, I have progressions in the pocket, and I read those." Kevin, back to you.
Okay, Allie, we thank you. And Bridges with the block.
Bridges' defense is so important to this team. He gives you some rim protection from the wing.
A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Curry's checked in. Timberwolves also changing it up. Flag comes in for Walker. And it's Kobe White in for Sarov. Steps back. Here's Kessler. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. To Walter, inside, here's Hartenstein, and the dunk by Hartenstein.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
And, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Always good to get another look at a terrific defensive play.
An emphatic rejection that was. Boy, you got to appreciate that kind of forceful, in-your-face defense.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Curry gets the bucket.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Flag sends a screen for Richardson. On the wing, Johnson. They need this one, and the jumper is good. Johnson's got 8.
And what a shot right there by Johnson, wasting no time in letting that one go.
Pass to Walter. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Greg, you think about the value of those sage veterans on a team, guys that have been around the block, played a lot of years. Why are they so important?
Well, a lot of times they'll echo the message of the head coach. And I tell you what, it's also, as a coach, you love having those veteran players because you can trust what they're going to do on the floor. That consistency is really important, not just for the coaches, but the teammates.
It's the second from the line. And here's Richardson. Scoreless thus far. That's screen on Curry. Richardson kicks to White. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And a miss there on the triple.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was out.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Third personal foul. Second team foul.
Grizzlies have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far.
Taking 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. And he's good on the second.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
And maybe cause some foul trouble along the way as well. And we know what that can do. It pays off typically in good fashion for you.
Now here's White. He's coming off a 19-point game against the Clippers. Clock at 6. Driving to the basket. And the layup's good off the glass. White's got 7 points.
Yeah, attacking the interior is something White does well. He's crafty, and he makes good adjustments against the defense.
Here's Walter. To the inside. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. With this stoppage in play, we have a chance now to show you which teams led the league in three-point percentage last year. In fourth, the Timberwolves.
Their long-range shooting last year was nothing short of spectacular. I mean, they were absolutely unconscious from the three-point line.
Minnesota making a switch here. Van Vliet's checked in. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. They get Stephen Curry. And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Well, hard to find a more respected vet in this league than point guard Fred VanVleet. The heady vet will now also guide the Players Union in his new role of president, replacing C.J. McCollum. As a guy who went from being undrafted to an all-star to signing a max contract, he can certainly relate to most every player in the league.
He has come a long way. Okay, Shams, we thank you for that report. And so Van Vliet nails both of them. And for a guy who handles the ball so much, Fred VanVleet really, Clark, takes care of the ball. He rarely turns it over.
Yeah, Freddie is steady, boy. I tell you, man. He is a guy who really squeezes that orange. You can trust him to push the pace and play slow and take care of it no matter what the circumstance is. I mean, his leadership, his clutch production, that guy is a coach's dream.
The Grizzlies trail by 6. To Walter. Puts one up from 19. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
That is good offense, unselfish play.
And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. He's led by as many as 14 points. Kessler against Curry. And plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup. So, I'd agree with you there.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. DeAndre Hunter, he's checked in for Hartenstein. He hits one and misses one, each at the line.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
My kind of hoop. Straight ahead, playing downhill and physical.
And nice dime from Hunter there. An unselfish player who knows how to look for his teammates.
Pass the flag. Inside, goes up. Johnson. Not going to go that time. Bridges with some nice defense. For three, Portis. Rebound, Minnesota.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Curry against Van Vliet. Pass the flag. Johnson with a screen on Portis. And it's flag missing. Memphis with the ball. They're on a 16-7 run. Outside Curry. Curry making it look so easy.
It doesn't matter if it's off the bounce or off the catch. Curry never loses rhythm on his jump shot.
Now White. He has 7. Van Vliet on the wing. Guarded by Curry. From deep, Johnson. Hunter grabs the miss.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
So they take the lead. And it's a 3-point Grizzly lead.
An expert shooter in the corner. Bridges knows that angle so well.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
So the Timberwolves call their first timeout. Checked in for Memphis. Oubre comes in for Mikal Bridges. Minnesota also making some changes. Iguodaro's checked in. And Vanderbilt subbed in for Jalen Johnson. It's stolen. Here's Oubre. Still scoreless. Outside Curry. Horford sets a screen for Curry. Pass to Hunter. 5 to shoot. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Shoots. The shot by Curry. No good.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
So, great for Cooper Flag. Both of his parents were college basketball players.
Yeah, and I love that Cooper's mom calls him String Bean, right? Though at this point, he's a powerful young man. And he also has a twin brother, Ace, who's got some talent as well.
And the first one drops. And what you love about Cooper Flag, GA, he's committed with playing the game the right way.
Yeah, I mean, even back in middle school, he would binge watch the '86 Celtics, a team known for its high IQ.
Second free throw, no good.
Talking about the first pick of the draft, rookie Cooper Flagg, he's got a diverse skill set and is so mature for a teenager.
Vanderbilt with it. In the corner, it's Flagg. To the paint. Here's Iguodala.
Selfless play from Flagg. If your shot isn't there off the action, you have to give it up.
Horford with the screen on Van Vliet. Curry can't get it to go.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Here's Walter. And again, Memphis no good. The Timberwolves shooting in the second quarter has been pretty embarrassing, just 27%. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. Denied for the third time. He's 0 for 3. Outside Curry. Back to Hunter. Oubre outside. From 17 feet out. Second chance shot. And it's Flagg with the rebound. Flagg's got 6 rebounds in the game. Vanderbilt gets a wide open look. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Hunter against Vanderbilt. And that one's good, Hunter. And the Grizzlies lead by 2.
With a number of moves and shots to choose from, Hunter is scary. Nice bucket there.
Here's Topic. Out the basket. Topic has got his second basket of the night.
And I'll bet his percentage is pretty high from that range.
Now here's Curry. 11 points in the game. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Anthony's checked in for Memphis. And a change for the Timberwolves. Jarris Walker. He's checked in for Flagg. Pass to Topic. They set the screen over Anthony. Hits from the high post. Topic has got 6.
And boy, has he picked it up since the start of the second. His shots now starting to fall.
Hunter down low. Working on Walker. Hunter no good. The Timberwolves leading. And here is Vanderbilt. Right wing. Vanderbilt with the screen. And there are the Timberwolves with another bucket.
You've got to love the way he's scoring it tonight. Very efficient.
And it's Anthony with the ball for Memphis. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. And that's game 2 of this string of 4 games played at home. Here's Horford. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. He's got 6.
Few bigs are better in the 2-man game than Al Horford. He can pop out for the shot, or he can roll to the rim, too, just like you saw there.
And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. Surratt, he's checked in for Minnesota.
Minnesota's substitution. Number 77, Ben Select.
40 seconds left in the first half. Pass to Topic. Here's the screen. Just 5 on the clock. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Walker's shot is off. Memphis trailing here. Oubre passes to Anthony. Here's Walter. Hunter kicks to Anthony. Over Topic. The shot by Anthony, no good.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. The Timberwolves on top. They're up by 2. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Thanks for tuning in. The story tonight with the Minnesota Timberwolves, they're in a close game.
Once they gain position underneath the backboard, it's hard to push them out of there.
And even when they don't have position, they have guys who will knife in and steal rebounds. Like you're stealing a piece of that cake over there, Kenny.
That's good, too.
And moving along, a metric for that first half. Love me some metrics. Check. Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. For the Grizzlies, they're shooting from the field 44%, not bad. Hartenstein is out there with Bobby Portis. Then it's Curry. Then there's Oubre, and it's Bridges in at the 3. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. That gives them the lead. Curry's got his team on the board first here in the second half for Memphis. Van Vliet against Curry. Now Van Vliet. Johnson outside. Pass to Kessler. Fires it up. It's rebounded by Portis. The Grizzlies with the lead. Now Oubre. Left side Curry. Bridges outside. Hartenstein with the screen for Bridges. Oubre finds Bridges. Off target with his 3. And the Timberwolves with possession here. White looking around. Pass to Johnson. Van Vliet outside. There's the triple. Grizzlies with the rebound.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then because his shot making is not happening right now.
Now here's Oubre. Hasn't made one yet. Offensive rebound. And Hartenstein is right there. Hartenstein's got the lead up to 3 now for the Grizzlies.
There you go. Relentless pursuit of the ball. I love it. He never stopped working.
Up there for Johnson, and stolen by Portis. Pass to Oubre. Now Curry. Lets it go from deep. Good on the triple. Now it's a 6-point Grizzly lead.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Yeah, you got that right. I mean, you got it real right. They are lighting it up from beyond the arc this end.
Now here's Van Vliet. There's the pick. Shot to stop the run. Nailed from three-point land. Van Vliet's got 5 points so far.
No surprise to see Van Vliet getting revenge at the arc. He wants them to know that's his turn.
And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Well, in an era of title or bust thinking, it's noteworthy that the grit and grind Grizzlies of the 2010s are properly celebrated. While they never made it past the Western Conference Finals, their physical style, built around Zach Randolph, Marc Gasol, Tony Allen, and Mike Conley, built a lasting legacy in Memphis. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, Allie. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. With a break in the action, we go to the 2K leaderboard. See the teams that excelled at slowing the pace down a campaign ago. 5th, the Timberwolves.
I mean, they held opponents to so few points that it allowed them to win games even when their offense wasn't clicking.
Free throw good. Flag. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. For Memphis, they've gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Pass to Oubre. 3-pointer. Minnesota with the rebound. Johnson's got his 5th rebound in this one. To the middle, and stolen by Portis. Here's Hartenstein. Basket counts. Hartenstein's got 4 points in the quarter.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, hey, they've been clearly the better team.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Richardson, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Here's Richardson. After the made shot from Kelly Oubre, Minnesota calls timeout.
And they were 3rd in blocks. So often opponents had to settle for jump shots because they were just so good in the paint.
And you go back to their scoring last season with all the weapons they had, putting points on the board was never a problem. Johnson up top, defended by Bridges. Takes a shot at the elbow. Good on that shot, and with that, the Memphis lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from White. Oubre against White. Oubre kicks to Bridges. Outside Curry.
Boy, how consistently good Steph's been over the course of his career. Really remarkable. What a teammate, what a leader, what a player.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Grizzlies.
Well, I've been impressed with the ball movement all game long. They're really looking to just make that extra pass.
The shooting's been great, but also how about the energy level? That's what's impressed me the most. They've been getting it up and down in transition, and that takes effort.
That's good from Stephen Curry.
When you talk about shot mechanics, Curry is as close as you can get to perfect. I mean, you can tell he puts a lot of work into that part of his game, and it pays off.
Both good from the line that time.
He's about as calm as you can be at the stripe.
Timberwolves trail by 6. There's the pick. Pass to Flag. Down low. Here's Johnson. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Johnson's got 10 points in the game.
And I love how calm Johnson is. Even with the defense all up on him, he stays locked in on the basket.
Now here's Curry. 19 points in the game. And again, Memphis no good. Here's Flag. Defended by Portis. That's where a screen on Oubre. Oubre against White. Shoots over Oubre, and it's White missing.
relatively open from mid-range. You'd like to see that one go down.
Hartenstein passes to Oubre. Outside Portis. Back to Oubre. And finished off by Oubre.
Oubre so quick off the floor.
Timberwolves trail by 6. Richardson the pass to Kessler. To the inside. Bridges with the steal. And it's Memphis on the break. Hartenstein finds Curry. Bridges outside. Off target from three-point range.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Kessler passes to Johnson. And the slam dunk by Johnson.
And we've been watching Jalen Johnson build this confidence, taking it to the defense there. Big game tonight.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Al Horford, he's checked in for Hartenstein. DeAndre Hunter comes in for Bobby Portis. Walter, he's checked in for Kelly Oubre. And Anthony subbed in for Curry. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Iguodaro's checked in. Jarris Walker comes in for Flag. Vanderbilt's checked in for Jalen Johnson. And Topic is subbed in for Kobe White. Now, here's Bridges. He's got 5. From deep three-point land, Iguodaro grabs the rebound. Iguodaro's got his 6th rebound on the night. Mark, one of the better two-way wings in the NBA, Mikal Bridges.
Yeah, he's a versatile defender. Has really improved offensively recently, in my estimation. Was second in Defensive Player of the Year voting one time. And over time, like I said, I think he's really added to and rounded out his offensive game.
Walter, good.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
On the wing, Walker. Pass to Topic. Over Anthony. Rebounded by Anthony. Memphis leading by 6. Looking to end his cold spell. And that's 2 points on the way. Anthony's got 8.
Tough to know if Anthony's going to drive by you or pull up. He's got both in his package. Had the defender on his heels there with the slick handle.
Here's Iguodaro. And a wide open look for Walker. They get it back. Richardson gets a wide open look. Hits it from three-point range. Richardson's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Hunter on the wing. Over Walker. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
An athletic forward with a versatile skill set. Hunter has also proven he can come up big in big moments.
Shooting 2.
No good on that one. Sarath, he's checked in for Richardson. And the second free throw, good. Timberwolves trail by 6. On the wing, Walker. Over Anthony from 13 feet. It goes down.
Operating in that mid-range area that time. No real shot contest.
Hunter on the wing. Pass to Walter. Bridges for 3. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Iguodaro's got rebound number 8 now on the night.
One made 3 formed for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see. And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Bridges deciding where to go with it. No good from outside.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench if he keeps shooting it like that. He has been putrid here this quarter.
Here's Iguodaro. Back to Walker. For the lead. Walker missing again. Outside Anthony. Here's the three. Rebound Minnesota. Zarov's got 4 rebounds in this game. Outside Walker. Shoots a 3. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Bridges kicks to Hunter. Here's Walter. He's got 7. The Grizzlies with another miss. Pass to Vanderbilt. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Memphis leading. Hunter down low. Guarded by Walker. They set the pick. And here's Anthony from the arc. Score the basket, his 5th of the game. He's missed 6 shots against those 5 makes.
You just know from a very young age, Cole Anthony's been perfecting that three-point shot. Maybe like his dad. His dad was kind of a pedestrian three-point shooter.
And here's Hunter. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. Pass to Anthony. Fires from deep. Zarov with the rebound. Zarov's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. In the corner, Vanderbilt with it. Here's Topic. No good on the triple. And the Grizzlies leading by 5. Hunter sets a screen for Bridges. They get it back. A shot, no good. The Timberwolves shooting under 40% all in all for the game.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Well, you can't be forcing a shot like that. You got to keep the ball moving. Get something better. It's not his night, but his teammates that picked him up.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. The Timberwolves shot 70% from the free throw line tonight, 7 for 10.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
You know, something you can point to when you're talking about their areas of success last season, free throw shooting.
First one falls for him. And Memphis making a change here. Oubre's checked in. Minnesota also with the sub. Van Vliet's checked in. He's off on the second. Memphis leading by 4. Bridges outside. And here's Anthony for 3. Trains it from beyond the arc. Anthony's got 8 points in the quarter.
Prepared to let it fly. Anthony was just waiting for the rock.
Here's Van Vliet. Bridges with the board. Bridges got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
For Memphis, they have gone 5 of 8 from the charity stripe here tonight.
2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. Both teams deciding to change it up. And Anthony drops them both. And we've reached the end of the third. Grizzlies lead by 9. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
That's right. I mean, that's not his primary duty, but when the situation calls for it, he can do it and does it well.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And a look at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the fourth. They've got Kobe White. Walker Kessler is out there with Flag. Then it's Fred VanVleet. And it's Johnson in at the 3 spot.
And that is what we talk about. Make the next pass. Fantastic feed.
Anthony, the pass to Portis. Right side Curry. Launches it. Sinks the three-pointer. Curry's got the lead up to 10 now for the Grizzlies.
They're giving him a little too much space out there. That's his 3rd triple since halftime.
Kessler passes to White. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
And how's that for a response? Love seeing White come right back with a triple of his own.
Launches a 3. And it's Flag with the rebound. Flag's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. And Kessler throws it down.
Good work between the teammates that time, leading him perfectly.
White against Anthony. Outside Curry. Rebound Minnesota. Kessler's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Executing to perfection right now offensively.
I mean, in total sync. Good luck trying to stop him now.
Curry with the bounce pass. Portis with it. Oubre, a screen on VanVleet. Shot clock at 5. And again, Memphis no good.
Even though he hasn't found his groove tonight, his teammates are picking him up.
Releases. And Flag with the basket on the assist from VanVleet. And that's 11 points for Cooper Flag. Outside Anthony. Pass to Oubre. Outside Curry. Back to Oubre. Deep 2 from Anthony. And that time, also a missed shot.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
VanVleet wide open. And he hits it to tie the game up.
And that's his 2nd triple of the half. None for him going into the break.
The Grizzlies call timeout.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
And you know what, guys? If for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks, guys. Memphis' head coach had some words for his team over the break. They said in the huddle, this is it. No excuses. Let's figure out a way to win. A couple of players spoke as well, firing up their teammates. A great ending could be in store, guys.
And as always, Allie, great job. Thank you. Outside Anthony. Curry on the wing. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. Curry's got a couple of three-pointers now in the 4th for the Grizzlies. Here's VanVleet. Pass the Flag. It's rebounded by Memphis. Hartenstein's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Anthony dishes to Curry. Now Portis, 6 to shoot. And here's Anthony for 3. That shot is in, just like 6 others have been for him. He's shooting 7 for 15.
Here in the second half, he's looked like a totally different player. That's his 3rd triple.
Pass to White. Kessler, screen on Anthony. Here's White. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. White's got 7 points for the quarter.
The IQ of White, reading those pick and rolls and just taking what the D gives him.
Outside Curry. to Anthony. Hartenstein with the screen for Anthony. And it's off from three-point range. Here's what the Minnesota Timberwolves have lined up on their schedule. On Monday, they'll be playing against Damian Lillard and the Golden State Warriors. Then on Thursday, they'll be taking on Lauri Markkanen and the Los Angeles Clippers.
And that game against Sacramento, that will be game number 10 for them. Starting to get into the full swing of things. Should be a fun one.
And the first one at the line is good.
The athleticism and blinding speed White possesses is impressive. This guy plays with a lot of moxie.
And both free throws good for White. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Grizzlies. They've led by as much as 10. Hartenstein finds Oubre. Outside Portis. Over flag. Here's Hartenstein. Kessler with the rebound. Here's Minnesota. They're on a 14-6 run. Here's flag. Count it. And they'll have a chance for a three-point play. They get Stephen Curry.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind a layup. Come on now. My goodness.
At the line for one.
And that drops, so they now lead by one. Memphis has gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the fourth and been successful 3 times. And here's Anthony from the arc. Rebound, Minnesota.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backcourt.
It's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
White goes in. 5 on the clock. It's deflected.
Oubre putting those long arms to work. Manages to get a hand on it.
Fires the 3. And Stephen Curry gets the 3. Curry's got 17 now just in the second half.
And when he gets it going, this is what can happen. They need to think about the double team now.
Timeout called, Timberwolves. One guy who's been getting it done so far, Stephen Curry.
Just killing it from deep. They've got to be all up in his jersey at all times. Give him even an inch, and you're just asking for him to drop another triple on him.
Mikal Bridges checked in for Cole Anthony. Here's flag, defended by Portis. Elbow shot is on the way, and that one's good. Flag. Flag's got it all tied up now for Minnesota.
He's been a different guy here in the second half. His shooting percentage far better than it was before the break.
Curry way outside, and it's White with the rebound. White's got 4 rebounds in this game. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. Hits the three-point bomb.
3 points.
And now it's a 3-point Timberwolves lead. The Grizzlies shooting in the fourth quarter down around 31%, not playing with as much energy here lately. Pass to Curry. It's up a 3. Steph Curry with the answer.
Efficiency has been the hallmark right now down the stretch. He is making the most of his opportunity.
Now Kessler. 3-pointer. It's rebounded by Memphis. Hartenstein's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Oubre outside. And again, it's Memphis with the three.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
I think they're playing too soft on the perimeter. They can't stay so soft. They've got to get up into the shooters here.
Back to Johnson. And there's a whistle. That goes on Mikal Bridges. That's foul number 2 for him.
13.
And so it's Minnesota with it. Here's White. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Oubre. Yep, that one goes. Oubre's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And he has starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
White the pass to Kessler. To the middle. Will it go? Johnson can't get it to go. Memphis leading by 5. Bridges dishes to Curry. Lets it go with the 3. And again, it's Memphis with the 3.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Kessler passes to Van Vliet. Johnson with a screen on Curry. Just 5 to shoot. And it's Johnson with the jam.
And with the monster finish, he stops an 11-0 run by the Grizzlies.
Oubre outside. From deep. Knocks down the 3.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Timeout called, Timberwolves. Timberwolves trail by 9. Now here's Van Vliet. Johnson right side. Now flag. 6 on the shot clock. Puts it up from 15. Hartenstein with the rebound.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Oh, the slam dunk.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
Now Johnson. Bridges with the rebound. And here are the Grizzlies now. They're on a 19-7 run.
Bridges is really a good foul shooter, so you do not want to send him to the line.
First team foul. At the line for Memphis, Mikal Bridges. 3 shots.
3 shots.
And that one falls for Bridges.
One of the NBA's Iron Men, Mikal Bridges has remained remarkably healthy and efficient for most of his career so far.
And he sinks the second. And he can't make it. 3 for 3.
2 minutes remaining.
And it's Van Vliet with the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Trailing by 13. Launches it. Does not go in. Grizzlies shooting from the field. 44%. Not bad. Now Curry. Wow! Magical moves inside from Steph Curry.
Huge night for Curry in a great rhythm thus far. That's always bad news for the team he's facing.
Al Johnson. Fred Van Vliet. And he can't stop the runners that misses.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Memphis.
2 times this season, turnovers have cost them, but they really kept the ball under control.
They were both focused and relentless.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
When it is just a 2-game season series, the team winning game 1 has that slight mental edge going into the second meeting, knowing they've already solved their opponent 1 time and only have to do it 1 more time.
And good, another from 3.
He's got his defense scrambling, and even when they've got 2 guys on him, he just finds a way to create space.
And he's making some team history. He just tied the franchise record for 3-pointers in a single game. Pass the flag. Back to White. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Memphis. Oubre outside. Curry, a screen on White. Oubre. Kessler with the rebound.
And, guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint.
Stephen, a slow start.
Terrific, Allie. Thanks. And that'll do it, folks. Alongside Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan.